This is a pressurized mud balance. Very useful for situations in which we have a fluid which has a lot of bubbles, trapped air or some other gases, and the reading of mud weight is difficult because of all those bubbles. So the solution for that is to compress those bubbles so that we can get an accurate reading of the fluid density. We can see that this is very similar than a regular mud balance, except that it has this extra lining in addition to compensate for the extra weight of the lining and the cap. We also have this weight here, and to calibrate this balance we weigh it with water, and we get exactly the density of water by using these little steel spheres. So the calibration would be unscrewing these and putting as many spheres as we need to have a good reading for very pure water. This has been done already in this one, so we can proceed to measure the density of the fluid I have ready for the experiment. First thing we are going to do is to place this in a horizontal surface, and what we can do is, cover here. Now I'm going to proceed to put the mud up to approximately 1/8 of an inch of the rim. So we do not have to fill this up entirely. We are going to do that later using this special pumping device. Now what we have to do is to make sure that I get it fitting properly. Some fluid might escape here, but maybe not. We have to put the housing. Again, horizontal position. And now we have to screw this until we get it. Not very tight, just hand tight. You don't have to do it in an industrial way. Use any tool just with your hands. Another thing is this valve is supposed to be in the down position. You can see that I'm lowering this. That means it's open, and we can tell because we see some mud coming out, meaning that this thing is perfectly full. That's exactly the way we want it. I'm going to remove this from the fulcrum because this is better to do in an even leveled horizontal position. So now I'm going to get some mud from here. Now I have this pump full of mud, and now that it's in the open position, I can engage it, click here. Now I can go ahead and apply pressure. Then I'm going to close the valve by lifting it. There we go. And now I'm going to release some pressure because there is some pressure trapped here. And I am in a position ready to measure the mud weight because this valve is closed. Now all I have to do is make sure that I don't have any moisture and there's nothing around here. Have this clean because all the weight I'm going to be measuring corresponds to the fluid inside the mud balance under pressure. So this is ready to go. All we have to do now is place the balance over the fulcrum. Now we have to find out exactly the position where we are going to see the bubble exactly at the center of this leveling device. And looks like I got it right there. What I can see here is the mud weight is exactly 12.8 pounds per gallon. We have concluded the experiment, but now I'm going to show you how to depressurize this. Remember, the valve is in the up position. That means that it's closed and there is pressure trapped here. So the right thing to do is go ahead and insert this and lower the valve. We got it open now. Just lifting a bit. Actually, if there was a lot of pressure, this would lift on its own. But by doing this, we are sure that we do not have any trapped pressure that would make it difficult for us to open this without, let's say, splashing. So this is depressurized. Now we are ready to proceed to clean this and disassemble the mud balance.